Hey guys, it's Di from Bags for Bubbles, and this is an Empties video for heaven knows how long. I don't even know when the last video was. Definitely at least April and May, and you guys can look in the title and description to see how many months this has been. So you can tell that there is quite a bit of stuff. And I wanted to do this one because it had some interesting things in there that weren't, you know, regular empties. So I wanted to show those and kind of show you everything that I've been using for the past couple months. So I will dump it out. This will also probably be the last empties for maybe a couple months, because if you've watched my other vlogs, you know that we are moving, and having a big bag of essentially recyclable items is not always the easiest thing to have around, especially like when you're showing your house and stuff. So we'll see. This may be the last empties for a few months. But anyhow, this is everything for I think at least 2 months worth of empties. So I will go through everything really quickly. I used up one of these Opti-Free Pure Moist and then another one of the Organics Argan Oil conditioners. Those are things I use all the time. I also used a couple of these cleansing towelettes, exfoliating cucumber from Up and Up. I used a couple of those. I also primarily used the Neutrogena Naturals, almost a full thing of those. I think I only have one left. I also used up this Mara Wadishu Special Cucumber Lotion, and these are all things that I replenish every single time I run out. Another thing that I replenish every single time I run out is this Origins Ginseng Moisturizer. This is my daytime moisturizer, and I apparently actually went through 2 of these in the time period that I've been hanging on to these empties. And I went through one Nitamins, which is the high potency Nitamins Night Moisturizer, so those are also things that I replenished. I also use these Refresh Drops. This is another thing that I buy and try to keep on hand. I believe I'm trying the Target version right now, but this is definitely the better version in my opinion. Just to go ahead and get the Refresh. As always, smoothing shave gel with soy. I went through 2 of those, no, 3 of those apparently, in the time that I was hanging on to my empties. And I also went through one Sweet Fluffy Cupcake Philosophy. You guys know I like those if you've watched my empties before. So these are all things I repurchase. So now getting into the things that are maybe a little bit more abnormal. It's a lot of the beauty stuff. I got this little sponge from Forever 21. It was only like $3. And I thought I'd give it a try because it was pretty cheap, but it's really not great. So I'm getting rid of this, and I have, you know, gone back to my beauty blender. It really is the best option. So that is going. I also have this beauty blender cleanser. I've had this for a while. It's taken me a long time to get through it. It was okay, but to be honest with you, I just prefer cleaning my brushes and the beauty blender with rubbing alcohol. It just seems to get it the cleanest, and I don't know, it worked the best, honestly, in my opinion. So I don't know that I'll be repurchasing this, but I was glad to try it. Also, I went through this Maybelline The Falsies Volume Express. I like the flared version, and this is something I would repurchase, and I repurchase this quite frequently. Another thing that I went through that I repurchase frequently is this Makeup Forever HD Foundation. This one is in 117, which is my summer color, and I have already purchased another one of those as well. A new favorite, though, is this Lumi Foundation by L'Oreal. This is a drugstore version. I'm actually starting to find a lot of drugstore brands that work for me, especially L'Oreal seems to be working great for me. And this foundation is in W1-2 Warm Porcelain Light Ivory. It is working out really great. So I've been repurchasing this one as well. And this has become almost my everyday foundation. So I just kind of like have my Makeup Forever as a backup. And it's 1/3 the price of the Makeup Forever. So finding this has been great. And I really like this. It's very comparable to Makeup Forever. And for the price difference, definitely worth it. So I was really happy to try that. I also went through 2 of these Tarte concealers. Again, I tried a L'Oreal concealer, and I really like it. It's about just a little under half the price of these Tarte concealers, because these are $20. I think the L'Oreal concealer was like $9. Definitely worth the price difference, because $9 versus $20 obviously adds up if you need one for your purse, one for your vanity. I definitely like these, and I'm definitely going to keep having these on hand. These are both in Fair Light. However, the L'Oreal, I'm going to kind of buy that more in bulk, I think, you know, to have them on hand in my purse and everywhere like that. And it works almost just as well as these. These are a little bit more blendable, but I do like my Tarte concealers. Still loving the Buxom glosses. This particular one is in Claire, and I used up all of this one. I've just been continually repurchasing these. Elizabeth is a color I really like right now. Also, Urban Decay Makeup Setting Spray, the All-Nighter Setting Spray. I did repurchase this. Now, I also tried out the L'Oreal Setting Spray, and I do have to say I can tell a bit of a difference. The Urban Decay does work better for me, so I will keep repurchasing that. Also used up a little travel size of the Checks and Balances by Origins, and I did repurchase this in a large full size. And also, something that's unique that I wanted to make sure to share this time around were these two shadows by Urban Decay. I actually used these all the way up. These are two of my favorite colors from the palettes from Naked 1 and Naked 2, I believe. Sin and Suspect. And I repurchased both of these colors because I use these the most often. I pretty much know my most used colors at this point out of the palettes. So it almost does me just as well to buy the full-size version of these. You can see I used it all the way around even. And so that one was Sin out of the Naked 1. The Suspect, I believe, is in Naked 2. I also really like Busted, which is in Naked 3. So for the ones I use the most, I've just been buying the singles, and they work great for traveling too. So those are my massive amount of empties for the past couple months. Hopefully you guys enjoyed checking this out, and I will definitely have other videos posting. They're just going to have to do with moving as I move my bags and my collections and all of that. I'll share some of that on this channel. Also, I have a couple new purchases that I'll share with you guys. And as we get settled, I will show you my new filming and purse room and all that good stuff. I might do one more final tour of my purse room here as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.